Welcome to this channel, everybody. I just want to say hi and hello and how are you doing? Please don't forget, to subscribe to this channel and also put your like. My name is Jackson Ngenda, and I'm a TI, or a targeted individual. A targeted individual is a person who is being targeted by unknown people, to him or her, who are conducting electronic harassment. That entails about monitoring somebody through satellite cameras, and they use these satellite cameras to monitor all your movements, and this electronics also, it enables them to project voices that can be audible to you and to the environment, whereby they start shaming you publicly, and also condemning you and humiliating you in public. And also they use this platform to manipulate and mostly lie to people. Electronic harassment, should I say, or cyber psychological torture, mostly is done to punish people for some things that the perpetrator think they did, or whatever that they do not support or that they do not tolerate whatsoever. So it's a kind of activities that is of course like a revenge or punishment in order to punish that person. But in this way, electronic harassment is illegal. It's not allowed even all over the world. Even today, the United Nations have talked out about it, have talked against it, it's kind of torture that is being used mostly by corrupt nations or corrupt states, in order to harass people who are innocent, in place of physical torture, which is banned in the whole world. So in fact, to circumvent, the physical torture, that has physical evidence. So the states now have resorted to this method of torturing people, which is electronic harassment, whereby there's no physical evidence, to show that this person has been tortured. So as for me, I've been tortured for almost 20 years now. The torture started in 2001, as I've said in other videos. What they do with these people is that, they log into you, they monitor you 24/7, and they are able even, to broadcast voices or to project voices to you directly or even to the public there, and it's even audible. And what they use is that, they manipulate people in order, to tell them that, you are you are a bad thing in the community, that what they are doing or whatever, it's justified to you because, you are not like you are a pariah, or you are an outcast, or you should not belong to the community, you should be out there. So these are the kind of stuff that they always use in order to manipulate the people, so that when the people hear that, they don't feel anything towards the victim. In this case now, the victim is dying alone inside. As you can see, this system, it is more like, when somebody looks outside, from the look from outside, it's more like it looks friendly, but to the victim himself, it's harsh. Just even think yourself that, just imagine, the fact, of thinking that, somebody is monitoring you from somewhere, and you are helpless, you cannot do anything about it, just the thought or the fact of knowing that, it can really cause anguish, mental anguish, that when it implodes, it can be able even to paralyze your blood. And when it explodes outside, it's able even to fire a rocket to space. So these things, it's very difficult, and it's very uncomfortable. It is discomforting to the victim. But as the people, they who look and you see they think that it maybe is friendly. This method is even more, more worse, than if maybe you are given a sentence, you go in jail and stuff like that, because no one is exploiting you, no one is telling you whatever they want to think about, whatever they think about at that moment. No one can tell you whatever they like. No one can shame you in public. You are isolated in a cell, so your dignity is safeguarded. But with this, there's nothing. You don't have any dignity. And for example, you don't even have private. You don't even have the right to your own personal opinion. It's like whatever you talk in private. Sometimes you are discussing something in private, like with your friends. These people, they will take it out there, and when you go out, they will broadcast it to the people. So, which in fact, you don't have the right to your personal opinion. It's like whenever you talk about something, it goes public. So that's why I have chosen this, so that I should also fight fire with fire. So because they are using the media, to attack me. So in fact, also that's why I've also created this channel, so that I can make videos to make people understand that what is going on, what is going on with me, what is happening to me, and stuff like that. So in fact, since this is also the remote neural monitor is also some other kind of broadcasting, so they use media. The only difference is that they use it illegally. It's not legalized whatsoever. It's illegal. They have no right, to broadcast there, whatever they are broadcasting over me. So this is illegal. And this is psychological torture, it harms the person. What cyber torture does, or remote neural monitor does to a victim, is that, they blacklist that person, they outcast that person. So that person, becomes a pariah in public. Somebody who is not needed, or you become just, somebody like an outcast or an outlaw, that you are not even protected by, the law whatsoever. You are outside. Whoever thinks can just come and do anything to you, which is very harsh, which is very inhuman and harsh, to the victim. And right now, I think the UN in 2020 they decided, to tackle this issue with most of the nations, but due to the fact that that was the time again, that this pandemic of COVID-19 arrived. So in fact, all their efforts, in order, to tell, because they want to ban this kind of activities, for states, for this corrupt government, or for those mafias or whatever organization they might use, that are using this method to harass innocent people, to stop and stuff like that. But because of that pandemic, so that got into their way. But I think they will be in the way now. They want, to come and investigate, or to force states, to investigate people, or if they are working under, because remote neural monitor mostly is used by the secret intelligence. I mean, state secret agencies, that is secret or intelligence agencies. So these are the people who use this kind of method in order, to monitor and also to spy on people without knowingly. So that's why I talk strongly as a victim of remote neural monitor for 20 years, my friend. Even today, I'm 47 years of age, but I have got nothing to show for myself. They started this torture in 2001 when I was in my youth, in my 20s. I have got nothing to show. They bullied me out from my job that I was working 17 years ago in 2003. They used gang stalking, severe gang stalking, whereby, they use now people in order to harass you, or in order, to put some pressure on you, so that, you cannot do anything at all for yourself. To the extent that now I'm being affected, that even the knowledge that I'm using today is the knowledge that I acquired before 2001. Since 2001, since these people, they have been monitoring me and harassing me like this, I'm not learning, I'm not doing anything. Since then, even when I lost my job in 2003, I've never worked again, because they are there. What happens in that, what they do, the remote neural monitor, is that before you meet anybody, before you meet anybody, it's them who start meet that person for anything. So before you meet somebody, like for instance, you come into a place, you found the people there, then these people, they tell them something about you. And in most cases, these things are not true. You know, you are different to somebody and stuff like that. So they use this. So in fact, wherever you go, everybody, they interact with that person first. So you find that for me, I find it even so difficult, to mix or to get to know people I've just seen, for the first time, It's only sometimes I'm just comfortable with those people who know me before 2001. You see, those people have lived like my close friends, like my relatives and stuff like that. But for these new ones, they will tell them these lies and all the things. So it makes me difficult in order, to communicate with those people and stuff. So this is a problem. So, they want to control all your life. They want to control everything of your life and stuff. Like you cannot even get a job. You can't go and get a job because before you go there, because I remember one day, my sister organized me a job to work in a local bank. And then she organized me to go and see somebody there. So I went there. We discussed with this guy. Then he said, no, I should bring back my resume, my CV, so that we can discuss further and stuff like that. But when I was about to go there, it was just some meters away from me. These guys started broadcasting. I could even hear them audibly. Then they mentioned even the name of that guy there who was working in that bank and stuff like that. So I just become discouraged. I didn't even go there. I said, no, now it's public and stuff like that. You see, this is what they do. So I cannot do anything. Even when you are thinking of a woman, maybe you want, to ask that woman out. They will be already there. They will be already telling that person that, no, this guy is thinking this and this. So you will be discouraged, even embarrassed and stuff like that. So what they want is they want you just to stay like that without doing anything. They behave like, to me, like those people who indulge in rituals, like these people deal in who kill people for their private parts and stuff like that. So they isolate people. I think even these people, this is almost the same, because they want to isolate me from the public with false accusations and manipulation, so that at a later stage, maybe they can kill me and nobody will point a finger at me. Because what they do, obviously, is that, they want to associate with everything that is negative in the society. Like, for instance, if there is anything that is negative, like it's not wanted in the public, like, they want to associate with people like terrorists and stuff like, so that, people shouldn't be, should be afraid of you, They should, I think you should be an outcast in the community and everything. So everything. So when you are a targeted individual, you should be very, very, very careful, because they will use anything. Anything is their weapon. Anything is their weapon, just to use so that to justify their illegal activities on you. This torture, this illegal torture, this psychological torture. You see, look at me. I've missed my teeth. I don't have the teeth. It's because of them. Back there in Walsh Bay, they were telling people, it was like, they gave like a bound of some sort. So they were telling people there was somebody who will attack me and injure me, then they will give them money. This is what happened, So I was attacked because of them. I don't have teeth now. I don't have anything. I've lost my job. They have like alienated me, I don't know, marginalized me. Economically, physically, socially, there's nothing. You can even see I'm just alone. I'm 47 years old, but there's nothing. You see, even you who is watching this video now, is this okay? Is this all right? Whatever you are accusing somebody, is this good to do something like this to somebody? It's better to kill somebody than to leave a person like this. It's not good. Even those guys who are supporting these things, they should know that these things is crime against humanity. Because if they finish with me, they are coming for you. You understand? What happens here is that these people, they are not talking to animals. They are talking to people. What is going on in this? This is like a community violence, whereby they are scaring people. Even they are traumatizing people, because the message that they are sending, they are not sending it to the elephants or lions or cattle there. No. They don't understand our words. They don't even, cattle or animals don't understand what is going on. Who understand what is going on is the people. So which means this message is to the people, which means they want to scare or traumatize the people. They want to intimidate people, to force them to do things the way they like. Eh? So this is community violence. In fact, they are scaring, they are traumatizing the people. People are scared because they are afraid that if I do something even against these people, then this is what will happen to me. So if they finish with me, you are next. They are coming for you. So if you are watching this video, please just log in into internet and check out what is remote neural monitor, and you'll find out. Understand? I think I'll stop there. Thank you, everybody. Please don't forget to like this channel, and subscribe to it, as I'll be making more videos again in order to tell the people what is going on behind everything and stuff like that. This is not a child play. This is torture. This is psychological torture, and I'm a victim of psychological torture, and I'm telling you the truth. Thank you.